This week's Friday night movie recommendation is going to be this film did pretty good in the box office when it came out, but it wasn't huge. I mean, it wasn't like other films that came out. It came out in 2016, which is, that's when Donald Trump got reelected, when Brexit occurred. A bunch of celebrities died: David Bowie, Prince, Gene Wilder, Muhammad Ali, Alan Rickman. Okay, and if that wasn't bleak enough, the big song that year was Justin Bieber's Love Yourself. The big movies at the box office were, I think number one was Finding Dory, and Deadpool was right up there. But down a ways, into amongst all the other years filmed, and this came out fairly late in the year. I think it came out in December. A unique horror film called The Autopsy of Jane Doe. The premise is this: a father and son coroners. They run a mortuary, and they act as the coroners because they've got medical training, and so they basically do this town's autopsies. Anyway, at a murder scene with a bunch of other bodies is another corpse. And it's obviously the other people were more recently dead, so this corpse looks a little older, but there's something interesting about this corpse. So the young woman, she has no signs of what killed her, and oddly, the body seems to be eerily, preserved would be an interesting way of putting it. But so this body, they got some questions like, how did she die? Where did she come from? What's her identity? And they're hoping that they can discover this through the autopsy. This autopsy is happening late at night, because there was just a big murder investigation or big murder scene. The police are saying, hey, can you possibly do this overnight? Because we want to be able to tell people something in the morning when the sun rises. And so this preserved corpse, and I have to admit, they didn't bother with a prosthetic for the corpse. They hired this one actress, because otherwise they just couldn't get the fine details of her being dead enough. I can't imagine what it was like for her to lie naked on a slab throughout the entire film production, But she had trained in yoga and knew how to control her breathing, and she looks, because she's so real as a corpse, and they're looking at her so intensely, and bit by bit they unravel this horrifying puzzle. Just a wonderfully well thought out horror movie that builds in your head quite a bit. Standout performance in this is by an actor named Brian Cox. Now, he's been around for many years. He's been in a number of other films and TVs, and you've probably heard his voice work. And he's a great narrator in audio. So I think in 1998 he did the narration for Dracula, unabridged, and his voice is just superb for that. So he's kind of a older gentleman, grizzled, been at this for a long time, and he totally does a wonderful job of expressing the rationale of the science of a man's careful thinking and determination, and trying to be completely impartial because, you know, just want to live from the evidence. And he captured that so completely in this film, and that you make a really strong connection with him there, as you know, you do with subsequently the relationship he's having with his son, the son's having a relationship with his girlfriend, all these other players. Now, I'm recommending this film because it is easily accessible if you have Kanopy. Kanopy is your library's streaming service. If you've got a library card, you can join Kanopy. It doesn't cost you anything, and they stream movies. There's a huge library, so we're talking free, commercial free, high quality, and easily accessible. So do yourself a favor and watch this film this week. Oh, I forgot to mention who the director of this was. What was his name? Fine. What is his name? Oh, it's a funny name. Andre Oberdals. Andre Oberdals. Okay, no. This is his first film in English. If you want to see another one of his films, which I would also recommend, and I might recommend later on and do more in depth, is Troll Hunter. So, but I won't go into that. Just go ahead and watch this film. Oh my God, this is 7 minutes long. Sorry about that. I'll try and make it shorter next time.